Hello friends, it's Julie with Butterfly Papers, and today I'm going to take you along with me to the thrift store that I like to go to a couple times a month. It is located in our county seat of Columbus, Montana, and what they do with the money that they earn is they use it to fund the food shelf. So I like to support it, donate there, and it's about the only thrift store that I go consistently to. So let's get going. So this place, Project Hope, and the antique store next door called Laughing Ladies are connected. You donate to Project Hope, and then the good stuff like the antiques, collectibles, goes to Laughing Ladies, the antique store, and then the thrift store, regular things, go here. And this is to help fund the food shelf. And my favorite corner is this craft area. And besides the regular craft area, I'll show you some other places I like to shop too. There's always an assortment. Hardly anything that I donate is there the next time I go. Only once or twice have I seen it. So there is a lot of turnover in the store. I was really tempted by the stamps, but when was the last time I stamped? So I decided I'd probably just end up redonated. So not going to bring those home, but I was really tempted by those borders. Then lace, I always need lace. I know I have a couple boxes, but these won't take up that much room, right? And I don't always find the nice, thick, wide bordered lace. Always have to check out the patterns, because sometimes you might find a really good vintage one. Not today, though. This wrapping paper, you can find good stuff. Now, funny thing about this gold wrap, I was considering it, but just that lifting it out there, you can see that gold flecks on my arm. You'll see them more in a little bit. Right, there's gold flecks. I had that on me all day, so I was not taking that home because I would have gold glitter everywhere. Here's a nice stack of books. And somebody must have gotten rid of their pile of stencils and such, because as you'll see, there's a few of them. That was really popular, I think, in the 90s. And that was when you did a lot of crafting just with books and clip arts and stuff. A lot of coloring books. I don't tend to take those. Crepe paper is good for dyeing, and treat bags. Lots of kits and stuff. You never know what you're going to find. I did find a Cricut once or twice. One of them was a really old model, and then you needed every accessory with it. There's another stencil, and so there's just a lot of variety. And books are always a good, craft books. I found a couple things here that I liked, and magazines, which makes me always look at all that glitter on my arm. I didn't realize that at the time. But this, because there's so many craft books like this, I don't usually purchase them new because there's so many out there, and they were current at one time, right? Stamping Up the catalog, I did take that home. A bunch of scrapbooking magazines. That printmaking book, I actually donated that. I'm surprised it was in the craft section and not in the kids' books. I think it would have gone. I decided not to cut it up because it would have been too hard to do it, and just leave it as it is. There's always some ribbons. These were wired ones, so I don't generally choose those. Then another piece of lace that I found. And bags of trims. I don't need bags of trims. What I do need is some wide satin ribbon, but I didn't see that here, to do my bindings. Like, I need something, but I do use those a lot. Sheep on a ribbon. How often do you see that? I don't usually use a thin ribbon. Do you? There's a bunch of stickers. Somebody was really getting rid of their scrapbooking stuff, or somebody's cleaning out somebody's scrapbooking stash. There was quite a lot of that, and it was kind of reminding me of the 90s when scrapbooking was really popular. And look at this beautiful bin of beads. I really wish that he did more beading, but they're just going to sit in my house if I take a bunch of it. So I just took a little bit, and I will show you that at the end of what I got. I don't know what that shoe's doing there. I think it's a craft shoe. Another place to look is the linens. There might be like a lace tablecloth, some placemats that you can make a cover with, doilies, all kinds of things, sheets, and then these placemats. I did get a couple of these, and I'll tell you about why I picked those up. And then there's a stationery section that I always like to pick up, or office supply section. I check that out every time because there's usually a hidden gem there. An old recipe binder. I do not keep my recipes in well, I do binders, but it's a discbound. I just don't get into the recipe book kind of thing. And then found some paper. You never know what people are going to donate, and they do put little odds and ends of papers and notebooks in this thrift store. Some thrift stores just throw them away, but I appreciate that they keep them, and most of the time these will not be here the next time. So there's a lot of people looking for office supplies. These would be great for organizing little ephemera pieces, and always check out the kids section. I found some flashcards there, but I only pick up the older ones because I figure the newer ones the kids might need, but the older ones are a little more dated, which is what I like. All kinds of games, but I'm reluctant to take them apart. Now the book section is always a good one, and they always have a little basket of music, books, and sheet music. This time they're all modern, and I have plenty of sheet music at home, and most of it's old. And then jewelry. Somebody donated a picture of somebody on a pin. I don't know who's going to take them, but it's just funny the things that get donated, but who knows? Maybe somebody likes the quirkiness, a Girl Scout pin. All these, or buttons. Do you call them pins or buttons? I guess it could be either. And some stickers. Now the jewelry is a great place to find little things for dangles and decorating stuff. Even a bracelet can be a enclosure thing. And I'm thinking of trying clip-on earrings for things to put over the edges of the pages, but I haven't developed that yet. Just all kinds of little things, and I like when there's singles. Now this is the antique store next door, and I did visit this a couple days later because I didn't have time at the time. I can see that this is all nicely arranged. There is a lovely lady, Larita, who does all of the overseeing of this. Now, things are going to be more expensive here. I think the handkerchiefs are like a couple bucks each, or cheaper if you buy them in bulk. And I just have plenty of linens, and I have fabrics and stuff, so I don't need anything, but I always like to look. Beautiful display. And then they had these nice little books, but they wanted more than what I wanted to pay, which is fine. I hope that they get those prices. Little set, and I always have to open up the little cases because you never know what you're going to find. This one is a drafting set, and they always have a little box of postcards. I've gone through this box, and photos, and little ephemeras, but the pictures were $1 each, the little ones, and to me, they have to be really exceptional for me to purchase it because I buy them usually in lots at estate sales, and where they cost pennies each. And here she's helping me with prices, and because I can't read the front of the box. But there's so many pictures of babies that those really aren't worth anything. And I'm looking for here postcards that I can sell and on eBay or in my booth, because I have plenty for crafting for my junk journaling. And I did have some garb-filled one. I wonder what happened to those. These souvenir folders are really not worth much, unfortunately. They're not very collectible. And I only just picked up one postcard today. I have gone through this basically every time I come because you never know when they're going to put something new in there. And then the photos, old photos, always have to take a look at those. And I once sold a photo that I got, I don't remember where, and it went for about $100. It was, what was it? It was a cabinet card. It was a large one, and it was a gateway to Yellowstone from Salt Lake City. It was a group picture. So you never know what you're going to find, but usually pictures, unless there's something really interesting in it, then they don't usually sell for very much. Then here's the kitchen linens. Look at this beautiful piece of embroidery. Look at all that work. That would be lovely on a journal, but these pieces are just more than I want to pay. And they have lots of lovely linens. And you wouldn't be complete coming into a Montana thrift store without the cowboy hats, cowgirl hats, clothes, and boots. Yeah, they have got a great assortment. There's always some nice Western artwork on the walls and such. And then there's a couple little spots of ephemera in the back here. Some books, which are more expensive than what I would like to pay for junk journaling ones. But if you're looking for that book, it is a better bargain than going to the store. I usually pick up my books at thrift stores and such. And then they always have interesting little packs of ephemera. I've bought a couple of them from time to time. So there are a lot of really neat old things, Academy Awards in the year that I was born. Very tempting, but I have a lot of stuff. And I was really tempted by this thing. I don't quite know what it was, but they wanted like $10, $10 to $12, so I passed. And if you like buttons and such, this is the place for you. But the jars are a little more pricey than what I would prefer. I already have buttons and such. And then we're back with my haul. So let's take a look at what I found. This I got for myself as a shirt. We'll see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, then I will just donate it back again. I do that often. It's kind of like a revolving closet. Okay, I was really happy to see these because somebody had commented about there was going to do a prairie journal thing. And I was looking online, eBay and Amazon, and looking for these books. And it's like, I don't want to pay that much money. And I even considered tearing up my original ones that I got when I was a little girl, but I just can't do it. But these were there at the shop, and they are in rough shape, so I have no compunctions about making them into journals. So look for those in the future. And yes, I am continuing my messy worst area that I just covered up with fabric. These were at the end. I don't know if I videotaped this, but they're old Reader's Digest books, and they're still in the wrappers. This is from 1990. And I remember my parents used to subscribe to this, and they were really kind of like bathroom books because people would read the short articles in the bathroom. So I'm really excited about these because I haven't seen them forever. And I can just slip these off. We can do that now. And this can be used in a journal. And this is like brand new. I'm the first one perhaps to open this up. Maybe we'll do a flip through of those. It might be fun. Then this was in the craft area. And I thought it was interesting that this is in the craft area. It's the right words, poetry quotes, crafty sayings, and scriptures for all of life's scrapbooking topics. So that is why, because it's about scrapbooking. I've never heard of this book, but maybe you have. But I like this because then you can cut these out and use them in journals and such. Oh, there's places to write, little quotes. So I thought that was really cool. Then I'll just do all the books and stuff first. This, I do my family's genealogy. Again, a long story, but I always like to find these kinds of things for ideas. And I think this is more layout ideas, so I don't know if I will keep this, but I just wanted to take it and look through it. There's a lot of things like that, and then I went at that thrift stores. I'll just take it home, look at it. If not, I'll just donate it next time I go. An old Stampin' Up! Catalog. And this was from when? 2012, 2013. So it's a little over 10 years old, but look at these images that can be reused. Like these are probably their stamps that we can use on trims and such. I thought that would be useful instead of just throwing this catalog away. And this is Christmas, and Christmas is coming up. Here is some paper, and this looks like, interesting, it's crinkly paper, so I like the feel of this, and had to take that. It doesn't say what kind it is. Here is a photo media pack for Epson, and I was trying to figure out if, oh, it is inkjet, so this is perfect for me. I could actually print out some pictures, and then they could actually look like pictures, because this one has glossy contents are support sheet, okay, photo paper, heavyweight matte letter, photo letter, quality inkjet letter. So it'd be interesting to try that out. And this book was on the bookshelf. Let's look at this last. I did get a couple pieces of lace because like I need lace, but I liked these. Someday I'm gonna run out, right? And then there was this one, this little piece. This reminds me of something you would put on a garter or panties or something. I hate the word panties. Okay, I had to pick up these because they were sheep. I think you understand, maybe, because I love sheep. Okay. These little things, findings, rings, all these beads. I haven't made a lot with beads, but this just inspired me a little bit. If I don't use it, I do have another of those round robin boxes coming up, so I could probably put something in there. And this was kind of a fun find in the linens, and that is one place that that you can look. But this will be great for tea dyeing because it can be a template. So then this will be the design on the paper. So I got 2 of them because I don't probably need more than 2 around this place. So that was a fun find. So always look in the linens too. You never know what you're going to find. This book I thought was so fun. She sheds. But look at this. Got some discoloration. Probably have water damage because it's wrinkled. It was not in perfect shape. So I am not going to feel guilty about taking it apart. But look at all these fun pages that can be put into a journal or something. You can just do a garden shed, a art shed. I didn't even know there was a book like this. Of course, there's a lot of things I've never heard of, but this is really fun. So I was really excited about that. Okay, so then when I went back, I got a few more things. And yes, this is the only exception I do for getting things. But they had in the clothing room some shawls. And I thought these would be great for trims and such on the journals. Look at this gorgeous shawl. Look at this, beautiful. Won't this be great? And you can think, oh no, don't tear up perfectly good stuff. And maybe I'll wear it first. But a lot of times these have flaws. Like there's some snags and stuff in here. I'll have to wash it up. There's oftentimes when they donate them, there's something wrong with them. Then there's this one, which is similar to one I am using on my King of the Wind journal, but not quite. Look at this beautiful edging. Oh, and it smells though. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody put it in with dryer sheets or something. This was once $18. It's gorgeous. I just love this edging. There's this one. Look at that. Beautiful. You can cut these motifs out. Some flowers. So I thought this was really lovely as well. And it's got a little bit here. It looks like it's been damaged or something because I don't know. Oh, it is. It must be because this is missing part of its trim. It's almost like somebody else took the trim off. But anyways, those will be great for journals. And then I got this book, which is probably will be on my reference shelf, but it is the Audubon Field Guide Trees of North America. And I like these books myself, and this might just be for me. This is in great shape. Oh, maybe it's not in great shape. Look at this. We've got some damage to it, but it's still very readable. So that might make it to my bookshelf. And then I went to the antique store, and I don't normally buy things there because the prices are higher. I don't need anything. There's tons of lovely things. So I just got 2 things. And one was this postcard. And this is a reproduction, a very large, oversized postcard of Hunter's Hot Springs, Montana, 1883. And I will put this on my eBay shop and will say it's a reproduction because this is an image that you don't see every day. It has Wyatt Earp on it, Butch Cassidy, all these people on Bat Masterson. So really interesting image, even though it's reproduction. And then this picture really intrigued me. It is, I don't often see Asian images in these old photos, and it is from Rock Springs, Wyoming, and there's no other markings on it. There is a well-known Japanese intern, what do you call it, intern camp during World War II in Wyoming. I don't know if this is that old, though. This might be older than that, but it's hard to tell. I'm just going to look up where Rock Springs, Wyoming is. Okay, so it's down there. Okay, so it's not anywhere near that internment camp, because that internment camp is up here. It's called Heart Mountain. But it doesn't mean she wasn't connected somehow to it. Maybe her descendants, or maybe later on in life she was rounded up. Who knows? She may not be Japanese. But anyways, I don't see Asian images. Oh, shoot, it came apart very often. Nothing, no writing on the back. But I guess we'll just keep her picture. I might just scan her in. And this will be a nice addition to a heat journal. Yeah, because I wish there was some kind of writing on this that would tell us more than that. Oh, wait, there is. Best wishes. Husa Tikamori. Oh, great. I have a name to possibly figure out who this lady is. So if I do figure this out, I will let you know. Even though you might think I am not very precious with these old things, if I can restore a photo or memorabilia to a family, I will do it. Because that is more important to me than crafting with the items. First of all, to me, the priority is family. Second is historical value and collectible value. And after that, I consider things fair game. But this is not fair game anymore because we now have a name. I didn't see that before because it's very dark. All right, so I will keep you updated if I ever find anything on this. So let me know what you liked about the haul, which you have gotten or not gotten. Did I miss something? Because I certainly can. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next page. Goodbye.